Tutu was the live-in maid. "I'm not your damn maid," she snapped whenever she heard one of them use that word. But Sam had known from the day they brought him home hollering for all his newborn lungs were worth, that he was her boy. Born on her birthday, delivered into her arms by his desperate mother, Sam belonged to Tutu. He and his skinny white ass wouldn't even be here if it weren't for her. It didn't matter what he said or did, how he treated her, or whether he loved her back. He was hers, she was his. For good. Chapter 2. Should he shave? Sam, locked in the bathroom he shared with his brothers, ran 2 fingers along his jawline and over his upper lip, but instead of sandpaper it felt more like blades of newly sprouted grass. I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume. No, that was leaves, not blades of grass, and to judge by his photo, Walt Whitman had never shaved in his life. What did it matter? Supposedly girls loved poetry, and Sam, halfway through his senior year of high school, was finally tall enough to stand next to one and recite Whitman or whatever to her face instead of into her boobs. For the first time in his life, Sam was starting to get some second female looks, as in, is that really Sam? Scrawny little Sammy Stein? Scrawny no more. Sam had shot up half a foot since the start of the school year, rocketing in 3 months from puny to lean to, dare one say, lanky? Yes, one would definitely dare, Sam told his reflection. But he still hadn't kissed a girl. At 17. Well, it was a new year, new decade, or almost. 7 hours to go, and 1969 would morph into 1970. Senior spring would officially begin, and Samuel Oren Stein would be free to do whatever the hell he liked with whoever the hell he wanted to do it. His college applications were in. His second round with the SATs was coming up in 6 weeks. AP English and History were ticking along nicely. As long as he didn't flunk anything or get arrested, he was golden. All he needed was a girlfriend. Sam turned on the water, washed his face, brushed his teeth, combed his wavy chin-length reddish-brown hair, scanned the dense drifts of nose and forehead freckles for the telltale bomb crater of a zit. He got so close to the mirror that their noses almost touched. Cute as you turned out, girls will eat you alive. Tutu told him that just last week, and when it came to appearances, Tutu never lied. What would a girl see? Sly hazel eyes flecked with gold and green. Mouth too big for the concave cheeks. Pale, barely visible eyebrows. Tufts of orange fuzz and freckles. Millions of amber dots that swirled and merged and overlapped in coded patterns. I love freckles, she, whoever she was, would say. Would you like to try one? He asked the mirror coyly. Sam braced for the reprimand. Tutu was always on his case for talking to himself in the bathroom, though he never understood how she could pick up his solo mumbling clear across the house. But when he shut off the faucet, what he heard was not her raucous imperative, but a high, thin whine like a dentist's drill. Crying? He opened the bathroom door, flipped on the overhead light in the hall. He'd been in there communing with his cuteness so long that night had fallen, and followed the keening to the kitchen. Tutu? The room blazed with light. Tonight was his parents' big New Year's Eve dinner party, and every surface was mounded with food, bowls, boxes, bottles, jars, utensils. A cast-iron skillet of Crisco sputtered on the stove, but instead of frying, Tutu was collapsed on the patched vinyl bench with the apron pressed to her face. Her knobby shoulders shuddered as she rocked back and forth. Crying. Her? Sam had only seen tears in Tutu's eyes 3 times in his life. The Sunday in September 1963, when 4 little black girls got blown up in a church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama. The day JFK was assassinated. And when the news came over her radio that Dr. King had been shot. Otherwise, she was as impervious as a cop.